Today we are talking about 6 lessons that I learned from this amazing book by Austin Kleon called Steal Like an Artist. The learning from this book can be applied in many areas, but we will look at it from a design perspective. So the first lesson that I got from this book is that nothing is original. Every designer's work seems unique, but until you discover the source of their inspiration. What does this mean? It's simple. No one creates something completely new from scratch. Somewhere they have drawn inspiration from something else. And because we don't know their sources, the design feels unique to us. It's like drawing a picture using colors from different crayons. Even though you didn't invent the colors, you are the one who decided how to use them to create your own spatial picture. That's creativity. Using what's around you to make something fresh and unique. I like this quote in the book that says, "What is originality? Undetectable plagiarism" by William. What does it mean? It means that no idea is completely new. Even when something feels original, it's often made by mixing ideas that people already thought of. The trick is to take the ideas you like and change them so they feel brand new and unique to you. Imagine you are making a new sandwich. You use peanut butter and jelly because you have seen others do it. But then you add chocolate chips and banana slices. Now it's your own special sandwich. You didn't invented peanut butter or jelly, but you have combined them in a way that no one else might have thought of. That's what creativity is like. It's okay to look at what others have done and take inspiration. Just make it your own by adding something special. The second lesson that I learned from this book is that start by copying what you love. Nobody is born with a style or a voice. We don't come out of the womb knowing who we are. In the beginning, we learn by pretending to be our heroes. This made so much sense to me. Think about it. When you are learning something new, you don't start off as an expert. Right? Instead, you look at people who inspire you, copy their work and practice. And that's okay. It's not about stealing their work and pretending it's yours. That's plagiarism. But understanding how they did it so that you can find your own style. Do you remember how we learned to write alphabets when we were kids? We didn't just magically know how to write letters. We started by tracing them. We carefully followed the dotted lines in our notebook, copying each curve and straight line over and over again. The same idea applies to everything else we learn in life, whether it's music, painting, or even writing stories. We begin by imitating what's already there. Our dotted lines are the work of people who came before us. That's how we build foundations. The trick is to know who and what to copy. And here's the best part. If you take inspiration from just one person, it might look like imitation. But if you learn from many, it becomes something unique. Lesson 3. Write the book you want to read. Here's something powerful that I learned from this part of the book. When you're not sure what to create, start by thinking about what you wish existed. Instead of writing what you know, focus on creating what you love. The kind of story, art, music, or experience that you want to enjoy but can't find anywhere else. The author said how as a kid he loved Jurassic Park so much that he wrote his own sequel before the real one came out. At that time he didn't know it was called fan fiction. He was simply creating something he wanted to see. It's such a simple idea but so inspiring. When you crave something that doesn't exist yet, you have the power to create it. So instead of waiting for someone else to make the things you dream about, go ahead and create them yourself. It might just turn out to be something amazing for you and others. Lesson number 4. Use your hands. Creativity needs motion. Do you remember the last time you used notebook and pen instead of a computer? Maybe you are doodling, writing down an idea, or sketching something just for fun. There is something so satisfying about the feel of a pen gliding on a paper, or the sound of flipping through your notes like this. For the graphic designers or anyone who works creatively, it's easy to get stuck in front of a screen. But here is the thing, creativity flows differently when you involve your hand and your body in the process. This made me realize that computers, while they are super useful, can make your work feel far away. It's like there is a glass wall between you and what you are creating. You click and type, but you can't really touch it. Now think about a drawing paper, cutting shapes or moving sticky notes here and there. When you can actually touch and move things, you feel closer and more connected to what you are creating. This is especially true for graphic designers. Sure, Photoshop and Illustrator are great, but have you ever sketched your ideas before even jumping on the computer? It changes the way you think. Use your hands, your own original digital tools, to bring movement, energy, and life into your creative process. Lesson number 5 that I learned from this book is that practice productive procrastination. Procrastination isn't a bad thing if you use it in a right way, like productive procrastination. For example, if you are working on a logo or a design and your mind isn't just coming up with ideas, no problem. Take a break and start doing something else. It could be your hobby, like playing a game or even arranging your desk. Switching gears like this can refresh your mind and bring new ideas. And when you return to your main project, you will feel more inspired and ready to create. And who knows, those fun little side activities might even turn into something amazing on their own. And the 6th lesson that I learned from this book, and this one is my favorite, that is work with what you have. One of the most important thing that I learned from this book is that having less can actually make you more creative. At first that might sound strange, but let me explain. Think about it. If you only have a piece of paper and a pencil, you will figure out how to make amazing drawings with just these tools. Right? You don't need fancy gadgets, big budget, or endless options. In fact, if you have too much, it can make you feel stuck because you don't know where to start. The book gave me an awesome example of Dr. Seuss, the famous children's book writer. You might know him from the book like The Cat in the Hat. Well, he wrote the book Green Eggs and Ham, which is a funny rhyming story about a guy who refuses to eat green eggs and ham. Here is the cool part. Dr. Seuss didn't have complete freedom to write this book however he wanted. His editor challenged him to write the entire story using only 50 different words. Imagine how tricky that would be. Just 50 words to tell a story that's fun and makes sense. Because of this limitation or constraint, Dr. Seuss pushed himself to get creative. The result? One of the most loved children's book ever. This made me realize that constraint can push us to be more productive. Let me share a personal example. Sometimes I tell my subscribers that I am going to upload a video tomorrow at 6 p.m. But guess what? There are times when I haven't even written the script, shot the video, or started editing it. That tight deadline becomes my constraint. And you know what happens? In just 24 hours, I managed to write the script, shoot the video, edited it, and upload it because the deadline forced me to focus and get it done. What I learned that creativity isn't about waiting for perfect conditions. It's about using the time, tools, and resources you have right now to create something great. Now, if you have enjoyed this video and ready to take your design skills to the next level, make sure to check out this video on 5 elements every graphic designer should know.